Hi guys, this is Wisdom here, and today I just want to talk about heart-centered entrepreneurs, heart-centered leaders. You guys, the guys that get into things, maybe coaching, or you want from a business because you're coming from a place of caring about that particular area. For example, someone might be getting into coaching maybe because you've been through some things emotionally, financially, or spiritually, and then you come out the other side. Now you see people that are generally going through those things, and you want to help them out from a place of caring and place of passion because you genuinely care about that. The same thing applies to people who maybe want to start hospitals, clinics, maybe they've got a medical story, a cousin, an aunt, or maybe themselves have been through some stuff, and then they come out the other side, and things like that, where one is coming from a place of actually caring about a particular thing or a particular cause. So then they head into entrepreneurship and things like that. And I think there's a whole issue around vulnerability, because one of the things you find is because you generally care about a thing, sometimes in the process of doing some things because you care, people do get hurt. And I think the challenge is not to be vulnerable, but the challenge is just being able to being vulnerable, and at the same time navigating that in the process where maybe things don't go your way, or maybe people sometimes, like they say, hurting people hurt people. So sometimes some people are hurting and stuff like that. Some of them might end up hurting you because you generally care about a particular cause and things like that. So I think this is the thing now when it comes to that, because there's a whole thing about passion versus profit, because you're coming from a place of generally caring about a particular cause, so you want to get involved, but at the same time the financial side of it is something you can ignore. So this is where the challenge is for a lot of people sometimes, because some of the areas you generally care about, it's very complicated to build a sustainable income industry that can support it. This is where sometimes people end up having to have other businesses in particular areas, and then that can be able to finance whatever it is that you're doing, in terms of if it's something that you really care about, and in the event that it maybe that particular thing cannot be able to bring a sustainable income, or maybe you're still building it up to a place where it can bring sustainable income. So that's one of the key things I think that I find with a lot of people have to do it, in terms of the battle between passion versus profit, because you might even if you're coming from a place of heart, of caring, and all these other things, still at the end of the day, you've got to be able to handle the financial side. So having said that, and I think in some cases, for example, you might find some pastors who have businesses because maybe their churches are still small or still growing, but maybe the church can't afford to pay the pastor, or maybe whatever comes in is very little. So sometimes pastors might have businesses, or some in the early days, maybe they in the place, maybe they have to get a job, work for a few years once to go in the church until they come to a place where maybe the church now has enough income to be able to afford, or maybe to afford the pastor in such a way that they can actually pay the pastor in a very good, healthy way, that the pastor cannot be able to might actually go off working, and they can just be focused on mainly in the ministry and stuff like that. And I think that covers a lot of areas as well. So you find that even with a lot of coaches who are coming from a place of heart, they're becoming coaches because they generally care about helping people in those areas that they've overcome, or maybe that's some other people are going through, but maybe they've got solutions for, and things like that. And I think that's one of the things you find with heart-centered entrepreneurs and leaders, is because you're doing things because you generally care about those things. So in that place, of course, there's always that element where one has to navigate that, whether in terms of building that as a business, or maybe doing that out of charity, and then maybe have other streams of income that can sustain you whilst you do that thing, because you're mainly doing it from a place of passion. You're doing it mainly from a place of caring, because you generally care. And of course, there's that vulnerability, and that comes with that. So that's one of the key things I wanted to just touch on today. And having said that, today I've got a gift for you. What you can do is you can check out my free ebook on Instagram, on the title of the video, and you can download the free ebook, the key levels, and then of course on Facebook, you can share somewhere in the comments right below this video. You'll be able to download your free ebook. And having said that, I gotta bounce, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Bye.